For today, I had a few reminders for you. If you look into your weekly instructions and content for week 1, you have an assignment called Notes and Gender or Notes and Practice on Number and Gender in Spanish that will be due for Friday. And if you look in your weekly reminders, it is there. So for number 1, this is for Friday, due by 11:59 on Friday. You have in Mind Tap Exploraciones Gramaticales, and the page numbers here are just correlate to the textbook. In case you did want to check the textbook, they are not assignments. They just show where the information can be found in your ebook or your textbook. And then number 2 is your assignment on number and gender. So you're going to go through those notes, study masculine and feminine, and then complete that work. For today, we are going to review the alphabet and also vowels in Espanol. So what I'd like you to do is repeat after me. Whatever I say, you say. So I have A, E, I, O, U. A, E, I, O, U. Yo me llamo Señora Corriale. ¿Cómo te llamas tú? So you are going to say your name instead of my name. So yo me llamo Señora Corriale. ¿Cómo te llamas tú? Let's review the alphabet that you worked on last week. So if you look within your weekly content, it's going to be under notes. I did put a notes folder, class notes week 1. So we're going to start with, and please pronounce after me, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, and although ella does not sometimes show up in the written Spanish alphabets, it's still an important letter. Double L is like a Y, so we have ella, M, N. Same with ñ. It sometimes does not appear in the written alphabets, but it is an important sound because you're going to see it a lot with the little tilde on the top of the N. Ñ, O, P, Q, R, R, S, T, U, B, W, X, Y, sometimes now shown as Y, and Z. And I did want you to try to remember this. A, E, I, O, U, el burro sabe más que tú. At this point, you should be able to answer the question, ¿Cómo se escribe tu nombre? So when I ask you that question, ¿Cómo se escribe tu nombre? How do you respond? So at this time, you should be saying out loud, mi nombre se escribe, and then you're going to give the letters of your name. Let's look at some other examples. Número 1, we have ¿Cómo se escribe números? So at this time, you should be spelling that. Hopefully you came up with N, U con acento, with the accent, U con acento, M, E, R, O, S. ¿Cómo se escribe mira? ¿Cómo se escribe mira? Remember your vowels, A, E, I, O, U. You should have had M, I, R, A. ¿Cómo se escribe seis? So at this time, you'll be spelling that word out loud, even if you're just talking to the computer screen. You should have gotten S, E, I, S. Número 4. ¿Cómo se escribe bolas? Remember last class I taught you about mayúscula, capital, and minúscula. So it should be B mayúscula, O, L, A, S. And then the second question we worked on today during our live session was ¿Cómo se pronuncia? How do you pronounce it? ¿Cómo se pronuncia? And the answer would be bolas. Número 5. ¿Cómo se escribe niño? You should have N, I, N, O. ¿Cómo se pronuncia? And you should say niño. Número 6. ¿Cómo se escribe mamá? M, A, M, A con acento. ¿Cómo se pronuncia? Mamá. Let's do 2 more. ¿Cómo se escribe gato? Remember the G is for the goat. So G is G. So we have G, A, T, O. ¿Cómo se pronuncia? Gato. The last one we have is ¿Cómo se escribe burro? B, U, R, R, O. ¿Cómo se pronuncia? Burro. Okay, so what we also looked at today were the cognados. We asked questions about cómo se escribe and cómo se pronuncia. Careful with these words because they look so familiar in English, but they're pronounced very differently. So for the first one, we had cómo se escribe actor y cómo se pronuncia. Actor, A, C, T, O, R. ¿Cómo se pronuncia actor? ¿Cómo se pronuncia cáncer en español? Should be cáncer. Remember, you should lift your shoulders a little bit when you see that accent with cáncer. ¿Cómo se pronuncia horror en español? Remember, the H is silent, so we want to say horror. ¿Cómo se pronuncia legal en español? You should have legal. Remember, those vowels are very important. The A, E, I, O, U. So we have legal, the A and A in there. Next, we have ¿Cómo se pronuncia admirable en español? Hopefully you said admirable. If you didn't, you could say it now. Admirable. ¿Cómo se pronuncia capital en español? Capital. ¿Cómo se pronuncia hospital en español? Hospital. ¿Cómo se pronuncia liberal en español? Liberal. And you can go through the rest of the vocabulary here to practice. The next thing that we did in class today is we talked about the verb I. And I, as it says here, is among the hardest working words in the Spanish language. It's used constantly. It has 4 meanings. So if I said something like, hay 5 estudiantes en la clase de español, I am saying that there are 5 students in class. Hay un burro en la clase. There is a donkey in the class. It also could be used as a question. You could say something like, hay un burro en la clase. So when you put that emphasis to make it a question, you're just lifting up your voice a little bit. Hay un burro en la clase. It's more of an inquisitive tone. And then for the last one, I could say, hay 5 estudiantes en la clase de español. Are there 5 students in class? The next part, we're just going to read a couple sentences. I apologize, my computer just jumped. Let's look at these sentences. So please repeat after me. Hay una mosca en mi sopa. You can look at the English translations. Hay 52 naipes en una baraja. ¿Hay un médico en la casa? ¿Cuántos peces hay en el océano? No hay gasolina en el coche. We also learned today that if you have a question about a word, say that you read a sentence and you did not know what that meant, you're going to ask the question, ¿Cómo se dice? So for the next activity, you may have a couple questions, ¿Cómo se dice? Just going to write that down for you in your notes here. ¿Cómo se dice? So for example, we could say, ¿Cómo se dice estados en español? ¿Cómo se dice libros en español? So the question is, ¿Cómo se dice? You're going to need that a lot when you're studying Spanish, especially when words come up that you don't know. ¿Cómo se dice something en español? ¿Cómo se dice 50 en español? So for número 1, my computer wants to jump a lot today. For número 1, you're going to tell me if these are verdadero or falso with the following statements. Número 1. Hay 50 estados en los Estados Unidos. Is that verdadero or falso? You might ask me, ¿Cómo se dice 50 en español? 50 is 50 en español. ¿Cómo se dice estados? States. So for this one, it would be verdadero. Número 2. ¿Cómo se dice, hay muchos libros en la biblioteca? Is that verdadero or falso? You have to choose. So libros are books. Hay muchos, many books en la biblioteca, in the library. That would be verdadero. Next, I have, hay 5 baños en mi casa. Is that verdadero or falso? For mi casa, I would say, no hay 5 baños en mi casa, hay un baño. So that's falso for me. But maybe you said verdadero. Número 4, no hay ventanas en mi cocina. So, ¿cómo se dice ventanas? Windows. ¿Cómo se dice cocina? Kitchen. So you may say verdadero or you may say falso. Número 5, en mi clase de español hay más de 15 estudiantes. More than, más de, 15. 15 en español in inglés is 15. So for our Spanish class, we would say falso. No hay 15 personas en la clase, hay 12 personas en la clase. Número 6. Hay muchas tiendas en el Mega Mall en Minnesota. ¿Cómo se dice tiendas? Stores. Es verdadero. Número 7. Hay muchas estrellas de cine en Hollywood. ¿Es verdadero o falso? This would be verdadero. Número 8. No hay leche en mi refrigerador ahora. ¿Cómo se dice leche en inglés? Leche es milk. Refrigerador, refrigerator. Ahora, now. And for me, I would say, es verdadero, no hay leche en mi refrigerador ahora. Número 9. Hay 8 océanos distintos en el mundo. En el mundo, en inglés, in the world. ¿Es verdadero o falso? We know that this is falso. Hay 4 o 5 océanos en el mundo. So now what I'd like you to do is I will be naming different classroom items. I want you to give me a thumbs up if the item is in the classroom and a thumbs down if the item is not in the classroom. Okay, número 1. Hay una ventana en la clase de español. Hay una ventana en la clase de español. You should have your thumbs up, right? Una ventana, a window. Hay un burro en la clase de español. Un burro. Un burro es un donkey, so no hay un burro en la clase, so thumbs down on that one. Hay una mochila en la clase de español. Una mochila. Mochila es backpack en inglés. ¿Cómo se dice mochila en inglés? Backpack. So, dedo arriba, thumb up. Hay un pupitre en la clase de español. Pupitre. Pupitre is student desk. So thumbs, dedo arriba, up. Hay el presidente de los Estados Unidos, Donald Trump, en la clase de español. No hay el presidente Donald Trump en la clase, so dedo abajo, thumbs down. En uno más. Hay un cartel en la clase. Un cartel. ¿Cómo se dice cartel en inglés? Poster. So, dedo arriba, thumbs up. For this section, I'm in the ebook right now, and this is a good way to use it for activities. So for número 1, I want you to give me the correct answer for the question, ¿Cómo te llamas? You're looking on the right for the correct answer. Número 2, what would the logical response to ¿De dónde eres be? Número 3, if I ask you ¿Cómo estás? How could you respond? Número 4, ¿Qué hay? There's that I that we just learned. What is there new or what's new? What's happening? ¿Qué hay de nuevo? And the last one, te presento a Jairo. Meet Jairo. How could you respond? For this next part of class, we will be looking at 3 conversations. Please repeat after me with Javier and Senora Vasquez. This first Dialogue is a formal conversation. So you're learning formal and informal ways to speak Spanish. Javier starts with, Buenos días, señora Vasquez. ¿Cómo está? You're now going to give me the translation of that sentence. Señora Vasquez says, Bien, gracias, Javier. ¿Y tú? Javier responds, Muy bien, gracias. Señora Vasquez, hasta luego. Please give me the translation for hasta luego. Diálogo número 3. We have Kenji y Carolina. Kenji says, Hola, ¿cómo estás? Carolina says, Muy bien, gracias. ¿Y tú? Kenji says, Muy bien. ¿Cómo te llamas? Carolina responds, Me llama Carolina Pardo. ¿Y tú? Kenji, me llama Kenji Takahashi. Carolina, qué nombre más interesante. ¿Cómo se escribe Takahashi? Kenji, T, A, K, A, H, A, S, H, I. Carolina, ¿de dónde eres? Kenji responde, soy de Japón. ¿Y tú? Carolina, soy de México. Mucho gusto. Kenji, encantado. In this part of the conversation, you will be responding. I will be giving you questions, and I'll ask you to respond with your own answers in Espanol. For the last part of class today, we'll be counting from numbers 1 through 20 and going through how to ask somebody's telephone number. Please repeat after me. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Notice that numbers 11 through 15 are a little different because now we're going to go with the pattern of 10 and 6, 10 and 7, 10 and 8. It's a little different when we start at 16. We have 16 with the acento, 17, 18, 19, 20. So the last part of class today is asking telephone numbers. So to ask, what is your telephone number? You say, ¿Cuál es tu número de teléfono? Please repeat that sentence. ¿Cuál es tu número de teléfono? And the response is, mi número de teléfono es 798-5673. If you are able to do a double digit, like if it were 11, please do that. So for A, I'm going to ask you to practice right now and say it out loud. ¿Cuál es tu número de teléfono? For B, ¿cuál es tu número de teléfono? Don't forget to start with mi número de teléfono es. The more you practice, the better you're going to get at speaking Spanish, and it will only help you get better overall. ¿Cuál es tu número de teléfono? B. So for this one, you could do 735-1188. If you did know how to say 88, you could say 1188. Say, ¿cuál es tu número de teléfono? Please say it out loud. We could do 246-7824, since you do know how to say 20. ¿Cuál es tu número de teléfono? De. Here we could say 885-1030. ¿Cuál es tu número de teléfono? E. ¿Cuál es tu número de teléfono? For this one, I would like you to ask me, what is your telephone number? So please ask the question, what is your telephone number? And I respond, mi número de teléfono es 361-8521. Please ask me again, what is your telephone number? And my response is 883-1789. For E, please ask me the question, what is your telephone number? And my response is 702-672-4329. The last one, please ask me one more time, what is your telephone number? 663-2591. Okay, for today, usually I do the Zoom recording of the meeting, but there was a little glitch today, so this is why you're getting this format. But in the future, we should return to our Zoom recordings. And if you have any questions, please let me know. You do have your mind tap for today, which is going to be due by Friday. It's the Exploraciones Gramaticales at 11:59. You also have another assignment on number and gender, which is due on Friday as well. And please, if you did not go, most students did do their participation. Either they were in class or they did the recording on Edpuzzle. But please keep up with those. And coming to class is most beneficial to you. So if you are able to come, if you're not working or you have the time, please try to attend the Monday and Wednesday classes from 12 to 1. Muchas gracias, estudiantes. Hasta luego.